Well, hello everybody. I'm back with another YouTube video for you today. If you are new here, my name is Shanny. I'm here to help you unleash your personal brand. And what that means is getting more visible, getting more magnetic, having client strategies that actually work so that you can become the powerhouse that you have always dreamed to be, okay? I see a lot going on social media, especially with, at the time of this recording, the upcoming possible ban of TikTok in the US and maybe even more countries. I think Australia recently was the last one discussing, or by now maybe even already banning TikTok, and it's currently a hot topic for the US. So I want to talk about my predictions for what's gonna happen with social media. And if you are someone who is like, I am done with social media, I don't like social media at all, I'm fed up with all the things, then you want to tune in for the full video because I have a couple of tips for you as well. But before I do that, I want to do a quick announcement for my ambitious women that live here in Curacao. We are going to have an event for you on June 10th, which is a Saturday. It's a full day masterclass and visual personal branding content creation that you don't want to miss. We have named it the Personal Branding and Content Tour. I'm partnering up with the Branding Factory from the Netherlands, which is owned by Sutini Sanchez. She is flying over to the island so that we can give you this amazing experience. My best friend was saying it's like a full day getaway because we're gonna host it in a beautiful location. So check out the link that I will have below the video, and you can also see all the information on my emails. So make sure you subscribe to my emails, and you can also go to my Facebook and Instagram. You'll see everything about the upcoming event. But you definitely want to be there because not only will I teach you strategies that help you reach your goals for your personal brand, but then we have Satini with her magic for the visual part that is super important so that you can look premium and professional out there in these streets, okay? So this is for someone who is wanting to start a business. This is for the corporate woman who wants to be a boss and put some respect on her name. This is for the existing businesswoman, the woman that wants to have an online shop or online business. All of you need your personal branding to do the talking for you and increase your sales and your respect for the branding that you want to have out here. So make sure you get your seat secured and click the link that I will share for you. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, I'm gonna peek over to my notes here and dive in about social media going forward. These are my predictions. Ta-da-da-ta! Okay, so let's start with TikTok. At the time of this video, it looks like the ban is very likely to happen, and this is scary because we all know that the metaverse is pushing and supporting for this ban. So it kind of feels like the bigger bullies getting away with pushing competition out by manipulating, politics. And that's just my personal opinion, but I don't like that. It also means that they might influence other platforms that connect to devices that monitor activity in your home, or connect to other appliances and devices in your home. So there may be more platforms that use the same facilities or Wi-Fi or data to be banned. So TikTok might not be the only one. I already see that I think a company ByteDance, I might have to look it up, but there are already companies trying to like come up and replace TikTok with a new social media platform. I think it's going to be very difficult right now for a new social media platform to be at the level of TikTok because they have to build the algorithm that no other company has been able to emulate, and get the audience and everything all over again. So for me, that's a difficult one. But what do I see happening with that? Number one, it's a wake-up call for people that create content and businesses, and also for owners of platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. For platforms, it means that they need to get sharper on making sure that they are protecting their customers' data and that they have safety measures in place. Let me say this about TikTok. I'm on it and I find it very addictive. Now, that's my problem and a lot of people's problem, but it's built to keep you scrolling and keep you on the platform, and that's the way they make their money. But I can understand that you get addicted to it. So I personally have to really monitor myself with apps that I have on my phone and things like that to push me out of the platform, because if not, I will very easily be on it for 6 hours on a day. Like, it's really serious. And I know that a lot of people have that, which is not a good thing. We're supposed to live life out here, not on the phone. But I do have to say that in the beginning, up to last year, I did see a lot of scary stuff on TikTok. I was seeing predatory people targeting teenagers with live videos doing weird shit, and people that have OnlyFans or adult entertainment do weird advertising videos on TikTok where you could see almost all of their body, and you can see in the movement that they are portraying some adult entertainment activity, but they would hide a certain part of the video so that it stays in a suggestive mode. But we have to remember that we have underage teens on there. So there was a lot of content that I felt could be dangerous, and I also saw a lot of focus on mental health content in a negative, depressive way being published. So I do see the negative and toxic side, but I still support freedom of people choosing the platform that they want to be on. And so I am not in support of the ban, but it's a wake-up call for platforms that they need better measures and protection in place. Creators need to diversify their platforms, because I saw a lot of people, because TikTok was so great with the discoverability and algorithm, that they abandoned everything else and nothing else matters, only TikTok matters. So now that this is happening, they are scrambling because they did not build on other platforms. So you see the great creators that are on TikTok still maintain their Instagram or started back on Instagram, and they have, for example, also a YouTube channel. So not only do you need to diversify, but you also have to collect your followers' data so that if the platform shuts down, you didn't lose the whole following or business that you built. These platforms, all social media platforms, they want to keep you and your followers on. So they will have built-in shopping, built-in newsletters, built-in features, having you think that it's easier, instead of building your own website and having your own email database somewhere else, to keep everything inside the platform. So, TikTok has it, LinkedIn has its own newsletters that people can subscribe to, Facebook has their Facebook shop, Instagram has their Instagram shopping integrated in the platform. So a lot of people stopped building something on Shopify, or they stopped using an email feature, or not an email feature, but I mean an email platform outside of social media, because the traffic is already on the social media, but you see now that when it shuts down or it gets banned or something unexpected happens where it gets hacked, you don't have your customers anymore. So always keep collecting your own platform data, because that is literally the power of your entire brand and business. Do not lean only on one platform, and do not just lean on them hosting your products and your customers, because now people are scrambling to tell people to subscribe outside of the platform before everything is lost. So make sure that doesn't happen to you. So with that being said, I don't think because TikTok is in danger, or if it gets banned, that we are done with short form videos. We are not going to be done with short form videos like reels and shorts and stories anytime soon. As a matter of fact, I see only more people using it. And I do see at the same time an increase in long form videos. So for example, people are having more watch time on longer live videos in YouTube. Longer YouTube videos are doing very well. Of course, now on YouTube you can have podcasts. I see people that have 2-hour long podcast episodes with a lot of views. So people appreciate that again, and they're not leaving the long form content because short videos are becoming popular. Why is that? Why do we have that combination of sequence of events happening? Well, that's because with all the chaos and all the AI and all the distraction, people are craving the real human connection. So for example, videos like what I do that are not so produced and not so commercially done are actually on the come up again. People want to feel that human, real, transparent connection. That's why they are flocking back to long form videos as well. Okay, so I want to stress that last point for businesses and corporate brands as well, because people are craving more human connection. This means that personal branding must become the main focus of marketing for larger companies, including employee branding. When I say that, I'm not talking about just posting your employees on the company page or making videos for the company where an employee is talking and featuring them, but I'm actually talking about building a profile and a personal brand and a following for the key staff members in that company, so that they can bring in new audiences and new clients into the company. So leveraging and tapping into multiple ways that personal connections are the main face of the company, and the main marketing focus is going to be the success formula to make companies and brands stand out. People are looking less towards influencers from the outside, and people are looking less towards like commercial ads compared to really bonding with personal brands from inside the company. So if you look at TikTok, for example, there's a lot of attention on the people working in the company on the TikTok channel, but they also have their own community that they keep pulling into the brand. So companies have to start putting more budget and focus on that. Okay, now the next question that I want to address is, well, with all of this happening, where to go and what to do? I see that YouTube will be the platform that people flock to. And I'm talking like professionals and millennials, even Gen Z. Even though we see interactive live and disappearing content still being Gen Z's favorite form of connecting. So things like Omegle and Snapchat and things like that are still really picking up with speed. But I'm talking for professional purposes. I see that YouTube will be the platform that people will flock to in lack of TikTok being available. But I do see that for that to happen, at a mass level, YouTube has to fix their algorithm quickly. And I already see that YouTube is fixing that, because if you look at your YouTube feed, you can start seeing new people that didn't appear in the past. Like up to a couple of months ago, if you like one video on YouTube, you can expect to see that person and just 3 other people consistently on your feed. So there was no discoverability at all. And they are now switching things up a little bit. So they have to hurry up and fix that completely so that they can become the next TikTok in terms of discoverability and algorithm. I see Instagram hanging around because of the business features and business friendly things that you can do on Instagram. And of course, because Facebook still has the best advertising compatibility and features, in my opinion, to this day. So for that reason, I feel that especially professionals and business people will still stay on the platform, but they can expect both on Facebook and on Instagram that people will flock away from the platforms because they resent Meta for pushing and supporting the TikTok ban. If you want to still thrive on Facebook and Instagram, for Facebook, I see that text-only posts are doing very well. Engaging with the community is essential, it's key. So you have to interact with people in the comments, you have to talk back to people, be in the communities and be an active conversational person to have success. But I also see that the requirements of their algorithm is very enslaving, so they are going to lose a lot of people because of that. For all content on all platforms, the less commercial it looks and the more spontaneous it looks, the better. This doesn't mean that you have to become funny or do these stupid trending dances, but it does mean that a video behind the scenes of what's happening in the office, a video just you talking to your community, a video that you are spontaneously showing your work with a client, those are the things that people really love to see, as opposed to a whole produced commercial type of content. So that's gonna have amazing growth as well. LinkedIn, if you're looking like what platforms to pay attention to, and sticking to my point of where to go to, LinkedIn is picking up with speed. It has been for the past 2-3 years, but especially professionals now, I see and I predict that more activity is going to happen on LinkedIn, and it will only keep growing bigger and bigger. And I have the same prediction for Twitter. Personally, I find it more difficult to form a deep, true, authentic, especially authentic connection on LinkedIn and Twitter. In my personal opinion, I am irritated that everybody tries to be this big philosopher on both platforms, and I don't see people being really themselves, which is where I thrive. So it's not my preference. I am active, but it's not gonna have the most of my time and focus. I'm really making YouTube my next focus project right now. So let's talk about what to do if you absolutely hate social media. Okay, if you're like, I am done with social media. First of all, we need to understand what is social media, because I hear a lot of people saying that they're done with social media, but they're going to LinkedIn. Well, LinkedIn is a social media platform. Or they might say, I'm done with social media, but I'm gonna do podcasts. Well, a podcast is a form of social media platform. Even if you send weekly printed brochures by direct mail to your audience, and expect them to engage with it and interact with you to form a bond that you want to convert into friendship, connection, or sales, the platform doesn't matter. On the internet or off the internet, that's social media behavior. So when you say social media, you're done with social media, let's make sure you're understanding what it is and what you feel that you are done with, because you might just be done with one platform. It doesn't mean that you are completely done with all of social media. So I just wanted to clarify that. Pick the platform that is feeling the most authentic and feels the best, where you generally like to hang out. So stay away from following trends. Not because everyone is saying that LinkedIn is the place to be. That doesn't mean you have to go to LinkedIn if you don't genuinely like LinkedIn. So go where you already flow. Another tip, if you are done or you feel like you're done, is forget trends and do what is natural to you. So I never pay attention to trending audio, trending types of videos, trending apps. I just do what flows to me. Here's another one. Create a plan that is doable for you and then tell your audience what to expect. So I post 3 times a week. Or I shouldn't say that, because right now I'm promoting a couple of things, so you may see more of me, but this is my plan. I'm active online 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And other than that, everything that you see is scheduled out. So I tell my audience, if you want to connect with me live, you will find me online on these 3 days. So if they don't see a post from me on Friday or on Saturday or Sunday, I'm not going to lose followers because of that. They know I'm online. If they want to look for Shanny, they need to come look for me on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. For example, on YouTube, I communicate that I do videos every Wednesday. Now, when I have announcements or there's like a breaking news that I feel inspired to share, then I will have bonus videos, but people who like my stuff know they need to come look for me on Wednesday. So I don't enslave myself to the rule of having to post 6 times per week or 3 times a day, or none of that. I let my audience know when and where to find me. For example, I follow Better Ideas, which is an amazing YouTube channel from Joey. And he posts, I think, once a month or once every 3 weeks, but his channel is thriving. So even though the algorithm gods want you to be enslaved to the platform, you make your own rules and tell your audience when to come look for you. This is why it's important to have like email connections or text messages, so that you can keep everyone up to date on when and where they can find you, and you stick to what works for you. If that's once a month, then it's once a month. If it's once a week or twice a week, you make the rules and you do everything you need to do to reach your goals within something that you know you can keep doing consistently. Dominate, here's another one. Dominate one platform first. Get results first so that you find your style, you find your strengths, and then you start looking into diversifying to more platforms. Do not come out here trying to do all the things, because that is a fast track to burnout, okay? Next tip is repurpose your content. So this video that I'm doing, I will have it transcribed and it becomes a LinkedIn newsletter post. It becomes a couple of tweets. I get some quotes out of it that I put on Facebook. So I try to do something once, and then send it again in an email, or use it like cut pieces out of it to use in more places so that I don't exhaust myself. Then last but not least, make content on a day that you feel energized and inspired, and then schedule it out so that you can be a couple of days or maybe weeks ahead of time, because this helps you stay consistent. All of us will have days that we don't feel motivated. So if you have things that you prepared in advance, you can still put that on your platform or schedule it in advance, or even pull something out of your folder on the day that you're not going to be available, and then still show up while you are enjoying some free time. All right, so that's my predictions for social media. Let me know in the comments what you think, if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Let me know if this was helpful. Subscribe, like, share, do all the things. And remember, if you are in Curacao and you're watching this video before the day of the event, join me and Sutini Sencha for the personal branding and content event on June 10th. It's gonna be like a day getaway, okay? We will teach you how to level up your brand, and we will help you with the visuals, and you can even get your professional profile photo, branding photo done. I will put the link to pre-register with all my information below. Make sure you don't miss it because we have limited seats. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.